sending data. I love that, man. Sending data. Oh,
Oh, Scott ain't here, so you can ask your Attack on Titan question. I forgot about that.
but you got an Attack on Titan question?
Oh, I remember you had one, but we couldn't talk about it last week because Scott
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
met the Ape Titan. You can save the question if you want.
Okay.
Scott just now seeing the Ape Titans. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, that yeah.
He is, man. Wait till he finds out.
Oh man.
Wait till he finds out who that is.
Damn, man. When I think about, bro, we haven't. But I'm glad that we gonna get the BS crap out the way first.
Yeah.
Then go to Loki, and then hit Masters because you know I almost lost my ever loving mind with the Flash this week. I was like, bro, I said this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. This is exactly what I've been talking about right here. This is it. Okay, so Jason.
Yes, sir.
We are live. How you doing over there, buddy? You feeling all good?
I'm good, man. How about you, broski?
You know what? I couldn't be any better. We got some things to talk about this week. One, which I know a lot of people are gonna. We're gonna leave this to the end, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. My dude, Matt, what it do, baby? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that right now, chat. Right now, anybody who's watching, Masters of the Universe is the greatest show on TV. But we'll get into that in the last part. Like, seriously, Masters of the Universe is the greatest thing on TV. But first, we're going to go in order because it's been a while since we've been here. It's been a long time. So let's go with first things first, Jason. Let's talk about the Flash this week. And I hate to say this again, but the Flash, and just let y'all know, there's gonna be spoilers all around, especially for the Flash, Loki, and Masters of the Universe. So if you haven't seen it, cut this off right now, but come back, make sure you come back so you can watch right off. The Flash this week, I have said it plenty of times on the show, and I will continue to stand by it. The Flash needs to end. It needs to end, and this week just proved it. There were lightsabers made out of lightning. And did you not even notice, too, his daughter was able to make a whip out of lightning. Okay, there was a lot of lightning powers going on. Okay, there was a lot of lightning powers going on this week. I thought the scene with the singing, it was very cringe. And
I muted it.
It was very cringe, and not because he's a bad singer. I just think it didn't call for that. I
muted it.
I was like, okay. Then you pulled Cisco back last week, and he was here this week, and you even brought back Wells. You didn't even give me time to miss him. So now Wells is back, but Flash is faster than Wells.
Oh, that's Thawne. That's not Wills. That's Thawne.
Excuse me, Thawne. Thawne is back. I'm sorry. Thawne is back. Yeah. He's faster.
They ain't bring Wills back for the wedding, though. You bought Thawne, but you ain't had Wills at the wedding. Go ahead.
So you do that. You come to find out that Godspeed was literally trapped inside his head his whole time, basically, in a nutshell. Yep. The kids are still here, which we know this messes up the timeline. So I can clearly tell right now that the writers of the Flash are running out of ideas. But I'm not saying they had a good run. They had a good run with the Flash. But now it's really getting cringe to watch. Like the minute the lightsabers came out and she made the whip out of lightning, I was like, here we go. And to be honest, I'm gonna go ahead and say this too. I definitely feel like some of the actors feel like it's done.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like
they're going through the motions.
Yeah, they're going through the motions at this point. So
going through the motions.
I do think the Flash needs to end. For sure. Like now, it's more apparent than ever. But it's not bad. Y'all had a good run. It's just time to hang up these boots and move on.
Oh my God.
I don't, and like I said, now I only watch the Flash for the sake of the show, for this show.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but you go ahead and tell me your thoughts, because I know you had some opinions in the chat when we was talking about it.
So I'm gonna be honest. This is, of course, the Godspeed thing has ended now with the last episode. But I'm going to speak about the first episode when first episode after Kid Flash and his daughter shows up. That episode when they were there.
Kid Flash and his sister.
And the system,
Okay,
yeah. And we find out that Godspeed is his thorn. That episode, I ain't gonna lie, it was okay.
Because it's emotional. Because it was emotional.
Yeah, and Uncle Wally, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I was like, yo, that was not as bad. Now, did I say this is a step forward? Hell no.
Hell to the no.
Because we come to the Speed Force lightsabers, and I thought about like Power Rangers crossed my mind. When Power Ranger crosses my mind, and I want people to understand, I love Power Rangers. It's one of the greatest things ever.
Greatest. The first one, Mighty Morphin. Mighty Morphin. We're not talking about the rest of that bullshit. Mighty Morphin.
But when we can apply that entertainment to stuff like The Flash and Black Lightning, and it's just not. It's not supposed to be that level of cheese, okay?
Yeah, it's not.
And why did Cisco leave if he's been in the last like 5 out of 7 episodes?
What's the point? What was the point of him leaving? What was literally? And then why even set up your girl, the captain, who takes on the powers of any meta she's around? Why even start that arc and then dip her out? Now, I'm pretty sure she's going to come back sooner or later. I'm pretty sure. But why even set it up like that if you were just going to do that in the first place?
Her whole entire whatever she was to the show was trash. Like, that was poorly executed. It was good in the beginning.
Of course, Matt, White and Green Ranger, legendary. Matt was
in the beginning, it showed promise with the whole I'm against metahumans.
Right.
But then it went left to me when she did the whole I hate metahumans because a metahuman destroyed my troops. But you see the Flash, so not all metahumans are like that. So the illogicalness is kicking in for me already just off that. And you knew your best friend / brother was a metahuman, but you love him anyway, which is still going against your very thing of being against metas in the first place.
Exactly.
And the end it all. The icing on the cake, the cherry on the sundae. You are a metahuman.
Which I clearly was like, she's going to end up being a metahuman or something. I clearly said, I can't remember what episode I said it on, but I said she was going to end up being a metahuman. I knew it because she hated him too much.
So your best friend being a metahuman didn't stop your cause. Seeing Flash and Frost as two different heroes didn't stop your flaws. Right. What stopped your flaws after all of that was I'm a meta the whole time. That was a lot of stretching. We knew where they were going with it, but I'm just saying, look at all of that. You put too Flash, man.
So, are we in agreement that the Flash should end?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it should definitely end. It should definitely
for the sake of the show, man.
And for the sake of the show, because now when I go back, see if it had ended when it did, when I first started discussing this, I would at least told you the Flash went down in history. But see, now it's literally going like Smallville did. And remember, now when we talk about Smallville, we do say Smallville was the greatest show on the CW that had to do with DC, but we say that until it gets to like its 5th season where Supergirl comes. Then when Supergirl comes, it takes a massive slope downhill.
Yeah,
it takes a big slope downhill, and I feel like that's what we always remember. Yes, we do remember like the first 4 seasons, which were magical. Like, good thing Green Arrow ended when it did, because I can at least still say, I mean, yeah, Green Arrow kind of got dumb, but I can at least still say it kind of ended on a good note.
Yeah.
The Flash is about to be past that point where we can't even look at the good it did anymore, because now we're going to remember all the cheesiness like that's going on right now, and how
that's
they
a good
keep
point.
rewriting rules for a time. I say it all the time with last week. Dingle's one really blew my head off because Dingle was the main one. He was the main one who had a problem with Flashpoint because it really kind of affected his life the most. You know what I'm saying? Because he had a son at first, and then in Flashpoint he had a daughter or something like that.
Right, something like that.
And it really affected him. And then you turn around last episode and tell Barry, do it. It's for your family. But you were the main one who had a problem with Flashpoint. Yeah,
I ended up watching.
Green Arrow finale was trash. It was.
I ended up watching that episode anyway.
The one with, did you see what I was talking about though?
Yeah. Why is he sick? Because of the rings?
And once again, you give him this Green Lantern thing, and you don't explain it. So is the ring giving him headaches? Like,
I don't get. Why was he sick? Did another show explain why he was sick?
No, but
so he's just appeared sick.
I think it's something to do with the ring. That's what I think.
He wasn't sick. Yeah, because he wasn't sick in Superman and Lois.
No.
He was fine, right?
Right. So I'm taking it's something to do with the ring, which is crazy because the ring doesn't do that.
Yeah.
The Green Lantern ring, like, it chooses who it wants to be on. You're the Green Lantern. That's it. The ring goes on, you go to Oa. So
and forgive me, and off top, forgive me for not knowing the actor's name. Shout out to him for him to be in two different environments of the same show in the universe, and it fit. He looked good in the suit. Yes. Yeah, it looked good. It was the Power Rangers Flash, and he fits that look. And then he was with the realism of Superman, and it fit both ways. I was like, okay, that's nice.
Anyway, even when he was on Dexter. Because remember, he used to be on Dexter. He was a good actor in Dexter. So, you know.
I was like, that's what's up.
Yeah, he's pulled that
Flash,
off.
Man.
The Flash, though.
Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Straight killing me.
Oh, my gosh.
And with that being said, because we're moving on, because we got a lot of things to talk about. And the number one thing that's on everybody's mind, Loki, if you haven't seen it. And I'm going to say, Jay, I'm pretty sure you were right, because I'm pretty sure you was Kang the Conqueror all day long. Well, we kind of already knew, but here's my prediction. This opens the door for everybody in the MCU. For mutants. So
this is X-Men. This is Fantastic Four. Well, Fantastic Four got a director, so Fantastic Four is coming.
This opens the entire door for all of Marvel right here. All of it.
Yeah.
How I thought that whatchamacallit was going to do it? No. Kang the Conqueror is going to do it for everybody. Because remember, there's a council of Kangs. Remember, there's a council of Kangs. So this is going to be what brings the X-Men into the MCU.
Yeah.
I'm stamping it. This is it. But I mean, just first of all, and I hate butchering the dude's name, but my man from Lovecraft Country.
Thank you for canceling, you bastards.
Thanks for the sub, baby.
Thank you for canceling, you bastards.
Right. Man, 4 months in a row, man, big ups, baby. Thanks for canceling Lovecraft Country because it was a good show. But this is it. He was a fantastic. I loved how when Lady Loki stepped, he was like, "See you soon."
Yep.
Loved it. I loved how his whole demeanor was. Him sitting on here, have some tea. He's sitting on the table. He's like, make your decision. Like, this is it. Like, what's gonna happen? I love that. Now somebody tell me, is Loki the best show in the Disney Plus series? No, it's not. It's not. Will I even put it, if I had to rank them, Loki wouldn't be at the bottom or one from the bottom, maybe like 3. But that's not a bad thing. That is just a different.
Oh, okay. Disney Plus, you said Disney Plus. Okay. Yeah.
It's just a different whole being with Loki, because I always thought Loki was a good character, but maybe this gets him back into phase 5 or whatever phase we in for the Marvel Universe. You know what I'm saying?
I do believe he's in Doctor Strange.
Which would make sense because like I said, that Kang the Conqueror is kind of like if for a lot of people who don't know about Kang the Conqueror, like his whole thing is his technology. He can, like, he built technology, like kind of like just what he's saying, Loki. He built technology, and that's what really gives him his thing. So, like, through time and space, Kang the Conqueror is like, he's a big villain we're talking about here. It's not like he's just some one and done type villain. He's a big villain, you know?
Yes, he is.
He's a real big villain. So it's good to have him in the MCU. I'm hoping and I'm praying that this brings in my X-Men. But overall, I thought Loki was a good show. Yeah. I'm not saying it was bad. But you know, everybody wants to put things in rankings. So, you know, but I do think it was a good show. Everybody was cast well, as always. Marvel never misses with their casting, never misses. I'm curious what timeline is the timeline breaking in Loki. What does that bring? Okay.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I'm not just talking about X-Men at this point. We're talking about a whole bunch of different, hell, to be honest, it's a whole different timeline. So can Black Widow come back? You know what I'm saying? Like, this opens up a whole bunch of doors. It really does. So,
you can bring back past characters for just one movie for the hell of it.
Exactly. So I'm curious to see where this all leads. And now, once I think about it, the series What If that Marvel is talking about, I wonder if the Kang the Conqueror thing, what happens in Loki, breaks off to What If. You know, the supposed to be, okay, what if T'Challa was, you know, Star-Lord and all that. See, the Kang the Conqueror thing is really big. It's bigger than what people think it is. It really is. I think for majority of people, they just see this being a timeline where people come back. But for people who read the comics like you and I, this is really big. Because there's more doors now, right? This is like, if I had to put it into something, remember in the Matrix where the locksmith had all the doors and he held all the keys? This is what this is like. That timeline is literally every door that can be opened in the MCU. Whether that's, you know.
And I was watching Loki, I thought about Colonel Sanders as he was explaining to Loki and female Loki about everything that was going on. Colonel Sanders from Matrix Reloaded popped in my mind when he said all that bull.
Because it's really in depth like that. It's really in depth like that. Like this man, like that's what he was literally trying to explain to Loki. And like he was like, oh no, this is all foreseen. You know what I'm saying? And I get why Lady Loki did what she did. I get it. But you know, like, and even if you see now, remember when Loki pops out, he comes back into the TVA. Morbius doesn't even know who Loki is. They're like, wait, who are you? Who are you? And then they flash to the statue. It's Kang the Conqueror. And like I was telling y'all, for people who don't know, Kang the Conqueror is a big villain. There's a console of Kang the Conquerors. Like, this man is big. And for your man from Lovecraft Country to play this is big. This is big for him.
Yeah.
So,
you know, they say that's Reed's father, Franklin, from the future, is Kang the Conqueror.
Well, you already know how I feel about Franklin Reed, one of the most powerful beings in the MCU. Excuse me, in the Marvel universe, not the MCU. I can't say the MCU yet, but I'm hyped for it. We all know at this point now, to be honest, Marvel has kind of set itself in a staple. So everything they do is for a reason. So I have no doubts that it's going to be good. I mean, that the future of Marvel is going to be good. Just, I have no doubts. I have no doubts about it now. So
I'm just waiting for the punch. Right now, there's a lot of buildup. There's a lot of jabs. I'm just waiting for the punch. I'm waiting for the first hammer on what's going on. Right now, everything is a buildup. Everything is a buildup, and it's cool.
Do you think that they will bring like Daredevil and Punisher from Netflix into
Murdoch is on Spider-Man movie.
Matt Murdock from this Daredevil. Oh wow. Oh, okay.
I just saw yesterday that the dude that plays Kingpin is going to be in the Hawkeye show on Disney Plus. Him, the actual Kingpin, him.
So now I'm not gonna say we can confirm, but the timeline being broken is opening the doors what we discussed.
Jamie Foxx Electro is supposed to be in Spider-Man, so is Dr. Octopus. Here we go.
See,
and they brought him back.
And look, I'm not saying we the best nerds on TV, but goddamn guys, we the best nerds on TV.
They brought him back.
So
they brought him back.
Yeah,
somehow, some way. That is how maybe it's supposed to be.
See, oh man, I'm really Loki really did his thing. Like I truly enjoyed the series.
Hugh Jackman could be Old Man Logan now.
But see now, if this is the truth, will we actually get the real Old Man Logan from the comic books? Because
that would be a good one. That would be good.
Because see, the old man Logan that everybody's seen is not how it happened in the comic books.
Yeah, nah.
In the comic books, and which I understand why they couldn't do, because that's a lot to do. In the comic books, Red Skull actually beats the Avengers. Okay, Mysterio puts a spell on right. He literally puts a spell on Wolverine. Wolverine kills all the X-Men. He literally tries to kill himself. He goes to the train track and tries to kill himself, but he can't because of the metal.
Can't do it.
And now the world is all screwed up. Like the Red Skull owns the East Coast. I guess the Kingpin owns the Midwest. I forgot who owned the West Side. The symbiote is running loose, y'all. Like it's really running loose. It attached itself to a damn T-Rex.
To a T-Rex. Hawkeye was blind.
He had glaucoma. Hawkeye had glaucoma, and he actually tells Wolverine they need to go cross state to do a mission. Wolverine is against it, but the Hawk has kind of done some inbreeding in his family. So he like the Hawks own like the West Coast, and the farm or something that Logan lives on is owned by them. So they're like, pay up or we're going to kill your family. Like, here's the thing. If you never read Old Man Logan, the comic book, I highly suggest you. It's probably one of the best reads in the Marvel universe. It literally is. It is so good. Old Man Logan is probably one of my favorite comic books in Marvel. Seriously, all of them.
It was dope, man. That joke was dope.
It was dope. Oh my goodness. So man, but it was so good. Old Man Logan was so good. So any other thing about with you and Loki? Because
it was a good episode overall. The show's like a 7. I agree with you. It's the third best Disney Plus show. Nothing wrong with it. Right. It's just it spent most of the episode building the character of Loki. And now him, just like you brought up, now he's branching off into the phases of the multiverses that we'll be seeing in these next few movies. So that's what's up. Cool show. So now
this actually leads me to think too, because remember, Morbius is still supposed to be going on. Okay? And Morbius is not really your average vampire because he feeds on plasma, not blood. So I'm curious to see, because I know that was still supposed to be going on. I don't know when Morbius is supposed to drop or whenever that, but it's
I still can't believe they doing this. I'm not knocking. We getting a Morbius movie. Yeah, we getting a Morbius movie. What?
Get a goddamn Morbius movie.
I was.
As my man Dr. Disrespect says,
I was watching Spider-Man. I was watching Spider-Man the animated cartoon like last week, 2 weeks ago, like a few episodes here and there, and I watched a little bit of the Morbius, the whole Morbius arc. That's when Spider-Man was losing his powers and then getting the 6 arms.
That was so good. Yeah, you talk about the old Spider-Man though, the
neogenic recombinator jump. Yeah, that whole jump. Yeah, he as I was watching Morbius become Morbius, I was like, they're actually making a movie on this. You know, thinking that used to be a Saturday morning cartoon, bro.
Man,
And they making a movie out of all people, Morbius. I was like, dang, okay. That's
my
what's
God.
up. Shout out to it. I'll take it. Well, see, never mind. Let me not put no ideas in the air. Let's keep going. I was about to say, I would like to see a Kraven the Hunter movie. You might as well put Kraven in the joke, man.
But I thought at one point in time they were talking about doing that, and your boy Keanu Reeves was supposed to be.
It's gonna be Kraven.
It was gonna be Kraven. I remember Nasty. Now
I think you're right. Go ahead, look it up though. I think you're right. I think that was a rumor.
Oh,
Keanu
no, I'm sorry. It's your boy Aaron Tyler Johnson, the dude from Kick-Ass.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
I remember somebody was talking about that. Well, I remember that. I remember we was talking about that.
I'm not against it. I don't know. I need more time to marinate.
Man,
he was in Tenet. I didn't recognize him, bro.
That's right. He was the soldier. That's right. He was in Tenet. That's right. He was the soldier. Tenet was so fucking good, bro. Tenet was a good movie.
I gotta watch that joke again. And when I mean again, I gotta watch it 2 more times. When that movie is, when you say I gotta watch it again, that means you gotta watch it 2 more times. I gotta watch
Tenet was a good movie. Tenet was a good damn movie, bro. It really was.
Hey,
it was a good. Tenet was an excellent movie.
Yeah, that movie was crazy.
Jay,
yes, sir.
I watched something today on TV.
Yeah.
That's the best damn thing on TV. It's better than any Marvel show. It's better than It's better than any thing DC has put out.
Talk to him.
It's literally the best thing on TV you will watch.
Facts.
Right
Let them know,
now.
son. Let them know.
Now.
Tell the truth. Yeah, son.
Kevin Smith is a goddamn genius.
He's a genius. Yeah.
He has done it.
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe is the best damn thing on TV. It's the best damn thing on TV.
Yeah.
And this is going to be filled with spoilers. Hold on to your drawers, because I'm about to get real. I'm about to get real right now. Oh my God. Being a He-Man, Masters of the Universe, She-Ra, all that. That's all your boy right here. So when they said Kevin Smith was directing this or writing it, I knew for a fact that I had to see it. For those who don't know, Kevin Smith, Jay and Silent Bob, he's Silent Bob.
Mallrats,
like, all Clerks. The man's a genius when it comes. And the good thing about it, he knows comic books because he is a nerd. His damn daughter is named Harley Quinn. His daughter is named Harley Quinn.
You see how that works? You see someone who is passionate about the culture, who's a part of it, decides to put his ideas out there, and it's what we want because he knows what we want, because he's someone who knows what we want.
Tell him, Jay. Tell him. They not ready. Y'all don't hear me though. Matt, right off the bat, Neo will kick John Wick's ass. He put Neo versus John Wick. Neo will kick John Wick's ass.
Yeah, of course.
Masters of the Universe, first of all, the animation is sharp, crisp, love it, perfect. And like I said, this is filled with spoilers. So if you have not seen Masters of the Universe, go watch it now. Come back. Make sure you come back and make sure you hit that subscribe and that like button. So basically, it takes place. I would say it picked up where every He-Man thing parts of Skeletor is trying to get in this Grayskull or whatever. But this time, your boy Skeletor got a plan. Okay, but I'm not gonna lie. My girl who gave He-Man, I forget her name, the one with the bird on her, I always forget her name.
Yeah, I got you. I forgot her name. She should have known
right off the back that wasn't He-Man, because first of all, he was riding on a goddamn horse. When he was riding on a horse, I was like, where's Cringer? What the hell?
What Cringer?
Why is He-Man on a damn horse? And I'm thinking to myself, oh man, Kevin, you done messed it up. I had no faith, but Kevin, I'm sorry, I doubted you, sir. And then Skeletor hits him with the, gotcha. This is me, baby. So you find out that Grayskull is just a cover. Okay?
Yeah.
The real power is underneath Grayskull, like where, this the power resides, and Eternia is Eternia and every universe is powered by this power. Okay.
Yep.
And champions, which we always know, I knew there was people before He-Man when I read it in a comic book or something, that these people that came before He-Man, they protect Grayskull. Okay.
Yeah.
So they off your man Superman. Like, I mean, God, Jesus, they kill He-Man. Now,
offed him.
They offed him, which was good because it allowed more story to open up.
Correct.
So now after they off He-Man, okay, y'all, you realize what's it, Teela? Is it
yeah, it's Teela. You got it. Yeah.
She didn't know that Adam was He-Man.
Yep.
So she gets mad and turns her back on magic. Turns her back on it. F magic. Y'all never said
Kingdom.
That. Done.
Yeah.
Now by this time, everybody's getting old, but the power that was helping Eternia live is fading, and it's fading fast. So Teela has a lot to learn, and the show is basically how the sword gets split into two. Okay? Because He-Man is trying to hold the power together, but since he's the champion, the sword is the only thing that can conduct the power, the sword splits. Okay? Mm-hmm. Basically, a good side and a dark side. Mm-hmm. He-Man dies. That's it. He dies. Okay? Evil Lynn, who we all knew was bad. I mean, but now when she took off her helmet, I was like, hell yeah, she really bad. We all knew that Evil Lynn was bad. We all knew that from even the older days that Evil Lynn was bad. But Evil Lynn, actually, they get with the girl with the bird, I always forget her name, who actually gave He-Man his powers. Because Eternia is dying, they got to work together to save Eternia. Okay. So they start getting the sword together. First, they got to go to hell. I'm going to breeze through a lot of this because I still want y'all to watch it because it's still a great show. Like, you really need to watch it. They breeze through hell, and Teela has to learn what her fear was because she was so mad at the world because she didn't know that Adam was He-Man. But there's a lesson in this. Mm-hmm. There's a and the show does something that the old show does. It gave a lesson every episode. Every episode. He-Man, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, all those shows back in the day gave you a lesson at the end of every
G.I. Joe.
Fast forward, they go to heaven where Adam is. Okay?
E-Mackin.
The first thing that you notice,
Kicking it with the Force dude, Moss Man. What up, Moss Man?
What up, Moss Man? How you living? Whoa, baby. You learn about all the other champions that came before Adam. Okay?
Yeah.
And you find about Grayskull. Grayskull was the first champion. Black dude, they running through the forest. They in heaven or forever. They running down shit in the forest. All right? He catches like the little saber-tooth. Good run, Sabretooth. We'll see you later. So done. So. But the first thing you notice is that all the champions are in their He-Man form, like they're buffed up, except Adam. And there's a great lesson right there. Grayskull, who was the first champion, actually says, when you get to heaven, you can choose your form.
Yep.
And he says to Teela, because she actually had to go there to get the other half of the sword, he says something that's really important. He says, since every champion can choose their form, no champion has chose their lesser form
except Adam.
And right there is a lesson in itself. Think about that for 1 second, y'all. Every champion could choose their buff self, but Adam chose to be his normal self. I mean, and it tacks on a good lesson. There is no such thing as He-Man. Adam was He-Man. Adam made He-Man. He-Man didn't make Adam.
Yep.
And it's a great lesson in life and everything because it's such a powerful message.
I'm him.
I'm him.
Yep.
I made He-Man. He-Man didn't make
him.
me.
Yep.
It's a great lesson right there. And you learn in this like heaven, like Adam's really, this is their paradise, but Adam he doesn't like being there because he cares about Eternia, he cares about Tila, he cares about everybody, Cringer, he cares about everybody. So they actually get the other half of the sword. And Adam, look at this. Adam actually has a chance to leave heaven. And the champions even tell him, Adam, lay down your burden. That's done. Let them deal with that.
Yeah, you did your job,
said,
bro.
This is your gift for being, for doing for being He-Man, for protecting Grayskull. This is your gift.
Fulfills your purpose. Yep.
Adam tells them, nah, I can't do it, Playboy. Got to see it through, my boy. He tells them, I got to see it through. He goes out of paradise to go back down to Eternia. And not only that, but Skeletor gets him again. Not once did Adam die, but twice. They killed him.
I don't think he did. I think he just shaked.
He just shaked.
Yeah.
But Skeletor gave him the business. I mean, Skeletor just got you.
Yeah.
I've been waiting wrong, got my whole damn life to do that. Because even here, Skeletor learns that he's a kid.
Yeah.
In the first episode, when he finally sees He-Man's true form, Skeletor goes like, "The shit,
he's a child. Yeah, he's a kid.
He's a goddamn kid.
He's a kid.
But he nails him twice. But the thing about it is, now Skeletor has the power.
Has the power.
I mean, and just to hear Skeletor say those famous words, by the power of Grayskull.
Mark Hamill just. I said it to my friends. I said it to them in the group chat earlier. This was like the first cliffhanger that really felt like a cliffhanger. Like I stared at the screen. Like if it would the screen would have went black and they ran the credits with no music, I would have just stared at the screen.
Yeah,
like,
you would have been. To be honest, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up.
Oh my God!
It was better than when Thanos got the.
Agreed.
It was way better than that.
Yeah. He finally did it. He finally did it. It's like
for 40 years, Skeletor been trying to get to Grayskull for 40 damn years.
He finally did it.
And he finally did it.
By the power of Grayskull.
By the power of Grayskull, he said those words. He says, "I have the power." This is big. This is big. And when I tell you that, y'all seriously. He-Man is the best show that is on TV. It really is. It really is. It has everything. Drama, comedy, action. It is. I mean, even when you learn that what's my Orko, his parents really named him Oracle. But he was such a screw up that, right. Like, look, I got to give you my famous line. It's a terrible day for rain. Yeah. It's a terrible day for rain. But
he finally, go ahead.
Man, when you find, he finally, man, oh
he
my
was looking
God.
good. He was looking clean when he was finally, I'm like, okay.
Like, hell no, I'm not going to let you do this. He was looking clean. And he even took one for the team. But make no mistake, when I tell you that right now you should be watching He-Man, there is nothing else. And I know what people are thinking, oh, it's animated. Animation has nothing to do with nothing these days. Nothing. When I tell you the show has everything, for even people who don't know anything about He-Man, you can still get the gist of what's going on.
I forgot it was animated. It was the dialogue, the whole thing, bro. It was just like, dang, y'all, it was real. This is real.
It's real. And even when you first see Grayskull, like he's a black dude in a champion form, he jumps off the damn Triceratops and he's like, like it's so good. The story is written so well. It's emotion in it. It's not just action galore. That's the best thing about it. Yes, there's some action in it, but things have, because Skeletor is gone, like all his minions, they didn't kind of parted ways, so they kind of like they didn't know what to do. One of them found found refuge in technology. They like, oh, Skeletor was BS. Technology, where is that? You know what I'm saying? So, the story was written so well, even with Beastman, when you realize, oh, this Beastman right here, but you know he's still like protecting Evil Lyn. You know, when you find out, you know, Evil Lyn, right when you think Evil Lyn, like, okay, bet this is it. Hell no,
Nope.
Like, no. You like,
she said,
Evil Lyn, no.
Yeah, she said, I was like, damn.
The show is written so well, y'all. It is perfect. It's the best thing you will see on TV.
And I liked on the first half of the first episode, which really set the tone for me. And it's not a thing that I went in with zero expectations, so it felt great. So I was an empty vessel pretty much. But looking back on, I love like on the first episode, the first half plays out like a He-Man cartoon would. Typical He-Man going out there, winning. See you next episode.
Yep.
And then Kevin Smith said, "Not today.
Not today. Not today. We're not gonna do that.
He gonna die. Everybody gonna leave. Magic leaves. Technology's the new thing. We're gonna modernize it. Everybody got their own story there. Everybody got their own opinion.
Yep.
Oh, that was lit. Look at Man at Arms. Look at Man at Arms. This man just went straight rogue. Like he had to go rogue.
Kevin Smith said, here's the door. I'm gonna blow this damn door right off the damn hinges. I'm gonna, it was like
so
you said,
smooth.
The first episode set the tone for everything. It really did. You learn, and even then, I definitely felt like there was something too when He-Man's leading the people, and he says, you know, Adam says, "Follow your king and queen," and his mom looks back. His mom says, "Be careful, Adam." Like, and this whole time,
I know
his mother knew. But the father, they even set the tone for the father, because the father, when Tila is getting her award, and he's like, "One day I hope to be proud of you like that, Adam," but not knowing this whole time that he's He-Man.
That scene was crazy.
It's deep. It's deep.
That man said He-Man has fallen.
Right.
So it was like, and then he was like, and then someone just said, what did they say? There was like, Adam, sir, and he said, "What you mean? Adam's fine."
His mother.
He said, "What about Adam?"
Yeah.
He said, "Adam's fine." He's like, "What you talking about? Adam's fine."
Right.
They all looked around.
It was like, nah.
He was like, "Oh no." He was like, "No." My son was He-Man.
Yo, because the mother has to tell him. His mom, as Brandon Lee said, and y'all can't see but I got a crow poster right here. Mother is the name for God on the lips and hearts of all children. Yeah. Because she was the one who had to tell the king. She is crying and like, we lost our son. And
he was like, son,
what do you mean?
Adam's all right.
Adam was in the room. He playing PlayStation.
What you mean? Listen,
what you talking about?
And like a man would, no, and not to knock, but it's supposed to be. You can't knock the queen, of course. You know, as people who don't know, queen have a higher power than the king on the low.
Right.
So he look at Man at Arms like, you ain't tell me.
Right. He look at man and he literally he tells Man at Arms. And it was real. He was like, "Get the hell out the kingdom, and if I see you again, I'm executing you on sight."
What? You ain't tell me.
And like even Tila is like, even now,
Uno knew.
Man, what?
Cringe
Oh my God. She like, wait, Cringer, you knew? Oh, you knew? Man at Arms, you knew?
Arms.
And none of y'all said
Queen.
nothing.
Queen knew. Oh, I'm out.
And none of y'all said nothing.
Nothing.
Yo.
Woo!
The story is deep. And it's just, you can tell it's something they took time to write. It wasn't just something, and never in a million years. Because even when they first announced He-Man, the first thing I kept on saying is, well, how they gonna do it? It's the same thing over and over with He-Man. Same thing kind of with Thundercats. Whether it's Mum-Ra or it's Skeletor, they're trying to get some power that they can't get, that the Thundercats or He-Man has to protect. Like, what can possibly have a storyline? What can possibly be a storyline here?
I thought Masters of the... I knew it was going to be more mature in storytelling. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was going to be this, though. I thought it was going to be like... If you take a typical He-Man episode, I thought it would be a season's worth of it, of them trying to get him more than in every episode they keep stopping them thing. I was still wrong either way. I did not expect all of this though. I was like, whoa.
It was straight out of left field. Like when I tell y'all, I had literally tried. I didn't watch the show twice. I didn't watch Masters of the Universe twice, all 5 episodes, and I have literally tried to find something wrong about it. I have literally tried to find something wrong about it, and it's
12 out of 10, bro.
I can't do it.
12 out of 10, bro.
12 out of 10. Literally. It's better than 10, bro. It's better than any Marvel show you're gonna watch. It's better it's better than any regular TV show you're gonna watch. Masters of the Universe is literally the best thing on TV right now. The best thing on TV.
That's a fact. 5 episodes. It's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can do. It's the best. It's the best.
Find me a better show that's better than Masters of the Universe.
There is none.
I dare you.
There's none. There is none.
You can't do it.
There is none.
You can't do it.
I don't care if you're 80. Go watch it, bro. It's classic. That's classic stuff, right? It's classic work.
Yo, Kevin Smith has literally, if I was Netflix right now, I'd be like, Kevin, you're going to sign a multi-billion-dollar deal. We're going to redo Thundercats. We're going to do G.I. Joe. We're going to do Gargoyles. We're going to do SWAT Cats. We're going to do Mummies. We're going to do all that. Like, seriously, Kevin has really, if this was the bar, your man that triple jumped that jump.
He did. And see, and to bring up when I said what I felt about Master Universe, see, like Voltron, they modernized Voltron and they matured it, and it was cool. It was cool. I thought Master of the Universe was going to be on that same level. It's above and beyond. As far as maturity, I mean, not entertainment. I mean, pick what you pick, but as far as like depth of storytelling,
I agree.
Master of the Universe went way above what Voltron did. Way above it.
And it even has most of y'all know who watched the show, and my boy Jay, I have a problem with flashbacks. Flashbacks really upset me. But the flashbacks are done here so well that you get a glimpse of why Tila and Adam were so close. But it's not wrung out like one full episode. Because most time when you have a flashback, they're completely a whole episode. And you're like, man, where the hell did the episode go? But this is done so well. Like, and I don't even think it's that many flashbacks. It may be like 2. 2 or something like that. 2. And one of them is where they meet the merman. And the flashbacks, they serve a great purpose here because it shows you the emotion that Tila really had with Adam. Like that's what's so good about it. Like you realize that, and then even through the flashbacks, Tila had such a good problem that He-Man lied to him because she says, I didn't even know you, Adam. But the truth is, you probably knew him better than anybody did because you knew Adam. Adam is what made He-Man. He-Man didn't make Adam. So
that's what he told him.
You knew him better than most people would have known him.
Shout out to Cringer for that speech. Goodness gracious.
Cringer gave the excellent speech.
It was beast. It was beast. I literally, when he was done, I said, tell him, Cringer. I said, that was fire. I was like, bars. That man just, what? Drop the mic. Yeah, we knew his secret, but you know his heart. What?
You knew his heart. When I said,
what?
Cringer,
let's go, Cringer.
God damn it, boy.
He gave Cringer a voice. Like, what's he supposed to do? It's a 12 out of 10.
Literally. There's everything about it. I dare anybody to find something wrong. The show is just written perfect. It's written perfect.
Crazy, bro.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
When I was done, I had no, just like you said, I had no critiques. I have like no opinion. Only thing that came to my mind was this the best show that came out this year.
The best.
12 out of 10. I was like, it's the best. I was like, this is the best genre right here. I said, this has eclipsed everything. I was like, yeah, it's over.
You literally told me about it. I watched it. Then I watched it again. I watched all 5 episodes again to see if I can find something wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with the show. Now, one thing, like, He-Man's written perfect. The voice casting is perfect. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. The animation is perfect. The music, the score and the music is perfect. Like, everything.
Hey, I'm lactose intolerant. I ain't see no cheese.
No.
Nothing cringe.
No cheese, son.
Nothing. No cheese, son. No
None.
cheese at
None.
all. No cringe. No nothing.
None.
We've seen similar scenes of that whole. You got this. We know a secret. You know. We've seen millions of scenes that way of the best friend of the main character swaying the love interest to take him back. Blah 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 blah.
Yep.
We've seen it, and it was enough to make us puke. Masters of the Universe got it right.
Nailed it. And what I liked about it, because Adam still hasn't told Tila, like, look here, I love you. You know what I'm saying? He still hasn't said it. But
he was trying. He was
trying.
like, I don't want to hear that right now.
Your man said, go get her. The Grace Guard was like, let her be. Then the little girl was like, and it was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Like, wait, what? What did you say?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I love the messages that was in it. And just that one scene when, like I was telling y'all, when they go back and he actually tells them that Adam is the only one that picked his first form, like his normal form. I rewound it like 4 times because that's so important. That's so important to hear. Yep. Like that just proves to you right now what type of person Adam was. Like, I've
always been Adam. Y'all call me He-Man.
Right, y'all call me He-Man. I always been Adam.
I'm Adam.
He even told Tila, we're the same. There wasn't no difference. There wasn't no difference between us. You know what I'm saying? The He-Man was just buff. I've still been Adam. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. And just to see the other champions. And that's another thing. I always tell people the best interpretation of heaven and hell in a movie I've ever seen was, come on, Jason, help me out with Robin Williams.
Dreams May Come.
What Dreams May Come. Where Cuba Gooding Jr. is his son. That's the best interpretation of hell in heaven and hell I ever seen. Yeah. Because hell wasn't some fiery place. It was like soul suffering. You know what I'm saying? Heaven was just beautiful place. And the same thing with here. Hell is like, it ain't all fiery. It's like, it's dim. It's fear. What scares you? This is what hell is. I want to set you up. You're going to be scared for the rest of your life down here. Yep. And even when heaven comes along, it's this bright, it ain't this lavish palace or nothing like that. It's literally a forest that's beautiful, that look like it never rains. People, the champions in there, the champions that came before Adam are literally just being champions, having fun. Even their reward. Even one of the champions tells Adam, lay down this burden. This is your reward for being Eternia's champion. You did your job. You did it well. This is your reward. Yep. This is your reward. Literally. Yep. This is your reward.
Yep, Frodo.
This is your reward. And
the story has been written.
The story has been written. And y'all, it was deep. It was deep. It was deep. Like, it's something you truly have to pay attention to. Because even when Oracle, man, when he's losing his power when they first get him, when you first see him after the whole thing happens, and he's losing his power, and he sits up and he sees Tila, so he's like, oh, Tila, and he immediately gets emotional because he says that since the king and queen kicked him out, and he like pulls down his hat, and he's like, I think about Adam all the time. He never says I think about He-Man. He says I think about Adam. Yep. He says I think about Adam, and he even says he's even grieving, like it's real life. It's real life. He even tells Tila, I thought it would get easy over time, but it really hasn't.
Yep.
He says that.
And normally in movies and films, Josh, as you know me, I'm big on continuity of death. If you're dead, you're dead. You're dead. We need some Dragon Balls for Ortho. I need some Dragon Balls for Ortho, please. Revive him. Revive him, please.
Because even his scene, when he dies, I'm not afraid.
And you know what? Air's on. The vent. Let me close the vent. I'm gonna close the vent because the air is running on my eyes.
Terrible day for rain. It's raining inside.
I'm telling you, boy.
He even says,
oh my goodness.
He even says, I'm not afraid.
I'm man Ortho, bro. Oracle. His name was Oracle.
His name was Oracle. We're gonna call him by his real name because he was the Oracle. God damn it! All these years you watch him just be a fumble. He fumbles over himself and everything.
Everything, son.
Fumbles over himself like he was cutting off Kringer's air supply. Man, but in his final moments, and I know what y'all thinking. Oh, the final moments. Oh, of course he comes together. It's cheesy. No. What makes it great is because for those of us who've been watching the show and know how he is, we always known that he had potential.
Right.
Always known it. Always known it. And then like now when that potential comes to, and because not potential for himself, but to save his friends, to save Eternia. That is the bread and butter. That's the bread and butter right there. That's the bread and butter. He did it to save Eternia.
Oracle. Dang. And Mark Hamill and Skeletor, that final scene. That joke was so funny. Who are you? That man said, huh? She said, leave him alone.
No.
She asked me a question.
And I'm going to give her an answer. Yo, oh my God. He's like, oh, no. I'm going to give her an answer.
Yeah. He said, you see my face?
Once again, Mark Hamill knocks
Mark
it out of the
Hamill,
park.
man. I mean, what you supposed to do?
He may be the best voice actor since what's my man? The dude Conway that voiced Batman. I mean, he Mark is on it. Mark is on it.
M2 and Freddy, man. I was watching Freddy from Different World. I was watching Gargoyles, man. She's one of the people. And I just texted y'all how I said that Gargoyle is the greatest cartoon of all time.
It was pretty damn good.
Masters of the Universe is now throwing that into question just a little bit. Now, I don't know but see, it's hard for me to dignify it as like a cartoon because it's so like, I don't know.
It's so grown up. It's so grown up.
Yeah, if we use the word cartoon and animated, they're kind of the same thing. If it's considered a cartoon in cartoon sense, He-Man might have just took the #1 spot for me, all 5 episodes.
I agree. When I tell y'all, we're not lying when we tell y'all it's the greatest thing you will see on TV. Really,
you know what? I'll use the word animated because it's different than how Gargoyle, Spider-Man, and X-Men and all of those are presented. So I'll say at least animated wise, I'll think about it like that in that type of sense. Because like Beast Wars is animated, but it was a cartoon, but it wasn't like a cartoon drawn per se. It was just animated. So I'll keep it away from cartoons and just consider it animated. There we go. Cartoon wise, it's Gargoyles to me is #1.
Gargoyles is
animated. Yeah, but animated, E-Man might have just like took the top spot. That was amazing, bro.
I mean, they even paid homage to, for those of you who don't know, Masters of the Universe actually got a movie back in the day. And Dolph Lundgren was He-Man. And I know y'all gonna laugh, but I love that, man. I love that interpretation of He-Man. Like, look, I loved it.
I'm not mad at you because see, we understood the culture of movies back in those times, so that's #1. And #2, I'm a Flash Gordon person, so you know, Flash. So I get it. It's the same thing almost back, you know, with that same level of cheese. But man, yeah, I ain't mad at you. But yeah, Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren.
And Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren was. That's why Jay laughed, because when I think about it now, when you watch it now, you probably be like, man, what the hell was this? But like back then, you don't understand. It was a live action He-Man movie that we hadn't got. We had never got. And to be perfectly honest with you, it filled the holes of the cartoon. Well, not holes, but it did its purpose with serving the cartoon. But they were on Earth. First of all. Yeah. And now when I think about it, we wasn't even protecting Eternia if we was on Earth at the point. But,
we was on Earth with Dolph Lundgren.
In the movie, they're like on these little flying saucer things. And Masters of the Universe even put it in the cartoon when they're on heaven, when they're in heaven, and Adam hands Teela the little thing. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, these were the things that were in the Masters of the Universe.
No
Oh my
bro.
God. And all I kept thinking about was him on the show like this, but bro, but I loved Masters of the Universe.
That's real.
Man, I really did. Like,
that's real.
Even though He-Man had a cape, but it was a dope cape. It was a dope cape. And when I think about it, the fight scene was so cheesy with him and Skeletor, but it was still, I mean, he served his purpose. He picked up the sword while he was getting whipped. I have the power. He gave you all that. He gave you all that. So as a kid, when you see kick his ass, dog.
Yeah. Yep. I get it, bro. Like I said, I was there, so I know. I'm like, yeah.
It was. I'm really pleased, and this just goes to show you, if you take the time, somebody sees your vision and says, you know what, done. We're gonna do it.
Yes. In tune with the culture and the pulse of the culture, who actually know what they're talking about, man.
Yep.
Hollywood, of course, is not like that, man.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm kind of glad now that Netflix, Prime Video, I'm glad they exist, because
me too.
I don't think if Netflix or Prime Video was around and we still just had big movie companies, look how many things we would have missed out on, like Stranger Things. I watched the thing for Stranger Things, and remember the guy who actually created it says he got turned down so many times.
Now the check is blank. You see how that worked, man?
Exactly.
The check is blank now.
Check is blank now. Exactly. Like
passion project. That was him. He knew he had. Wait, I'm sorry.
No, you're right. You're right. But this is exactly, and to be perfectly honest with you, this just goes to show, if Big Game doesn't get their life together, Netflix, Prime Video can wipe them right off the map. Because I'm talking about shows like Sneaky Pete, come on, The Boys.
The Boys, yep.
Netflix, River. There's a show with River where this dude, he's a cop, but he has he sees things like he Masters of the Universe.
Isn't Ozark a Netflix only thing?
Ozark, exactly.
But see how bigger the bag get. You know, even for Kevin Smith, and what I'm about to say is just purely not even speculation, but just an example, right? What if he was like, "Yo, I only got 2 seasons of He-Man and Masters of the Universe," and Netflix said, "No, the hell you don't. You got 3 more seasons in you, don't you?"
Yeah.
Blank check.
And now you bring up a good point. What we were just talking about on The Flash. Let's say Kevin does say he only got 2 seasons. Because after that, he feels like it should end.
Yeah.
On Netflix, or will somebody force him to start writing again? And what if that writing persists and he runs out of ideas and we get to where the Flash is now? And
then Kevin Smith, you get a good point, but I will hope Kevin Smith will have the know-how to go, I ain't got 3 more.
Yeah. But I think Kevin Smith would, because he's that type of guy. He'll be like, no.
Those guys over there who's producing, writing everything, The Flash, they literally all they see is dollar signs, clearly.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why it's gotten as stale and regular and as pathetic as it is. They locked in. The bread is guaranteed. So they like, if this is enough for CW to keep giving us the money, we ain't gonna say no. Right. And we're gonna keep giving you the same quality of BS. So it got us this far. Why stop now?
I got it, guys. Lightning lightsabers. There it is. Let's do it.
Gotta bring them back. Gotta bring them back.
But how is Barry going to create the lightsaber? We don't need a rhyme or reason. This is goddamn TV. We don't need a rhyme or reason. This is goddamn TV. We don't need...
The problem with CW and TV standards when it comes to superheroes, and for those who don't know, Disney tried this with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's hard to go so many seasons with a superhero show like that without it being stale. It's hard.
Very hard.
Even if you notice, Netflix the streaming services, they get it. What, Daredevil's 3 seasons, and then they stop.
And right when it starts to get bad, I noticed that because Daredevil was great in the beginning, then it started to slowly slope, and the minute it sloped, they stopped. Like they stop. Like
Punisher's 2 seasons, Jack and Joe. You don't give us enough time to say you really suck. You stop right when we about to say it.
Before you suck. Exactly. But you're right. Netflix has learned the name of the game because I'm convinced that after this season of Stranger Things, there's gonna be no more Stranger Things.
I agree. I'm surprised they got this far. Especially how the last one ended, I was like, well, all right.
Yeah.
But then, of course, we know that Cuz didn't get blown up. He's hiding somewhere in Russia. And it's like, all right, but I'm agreeing. This is probably it. This is probably it after this. The kids are getting too old. Yeah, the kids are getting too old.
It served its purpose back then because it was like we was on the synth wave era. We was getting the nice 80s. Like, this is the business. This is the business. Like, and I'm not saying Stranger Things is a great show. But the thing about it is, like, after this, I'll be really shocked if there's another season after they write this one. Like, I'll be really shocked.
They will be approaching Walking Dead territory.
And the same thing with The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead at the peak was a great show because there was story behind it and everything. But now we have just gotten to the point who's going to die. That's it. Yeah. There's really no storyline no more. It's about who's going to die.
I was talking. Yes, it's funny. Not even segue, but go off topic, stay on topic. I was talking to Ming because we were listening to something on YouTube about The Last of Us, and I said to him about how it's more zombie. We were talking about something. And I was like, well, it's more zombie based than that, and we both were agreeing about Last of Us. But I was like, I don't know if I would watch it because I'm so burnt out from Walking Dead. Zombies with Walking Dead, bro. I don't know if I'm in the mood, bro.
I don't know what the whole ordeal was because I definitely feel like within the last 5 years we've really been through a zombie. Like, zombies been like the thing for like the last 5 years.
It was insane. It was insane, bro.
I was just like not getting it at all. Like, I think The Walking Dead served a purpose because yes, it was about zombies, but the focus was how terrible people can be and how scary people. You know, that was the last TV show that I've watched consistently on TV go home and run it was Walking Dead. But man, not to walk over the classics, but Rick and Shane, that whole thing, the first 2 to 3 seasons, the barn, the governor. My God, that was good TV, barn, son. That was good TV. God, when I tell you the emotion ran rapid when the camera, and I remember that episode, it was like nothing because they start letting people out the barn, and the camera doesn't turn, but you can tell it's a child zombie. Then when you see the shoe, you like, you don't do it. Then Rick noticed it, and they looking at the girl, and it's the girl's daughter, and she's like, you're like,
yes, the only bullet he shot in that entire scene. They all emptied the clips on the barn, but then when it was the girl, they stopped. They
stopped, boy,
and Rick was the one to go.
Rick was. That scene was hard, bro. That scene was hard. I would probably say, out of every scene, I'm even gonna say the one with Glenn. That one was worse than Glenn.
What about the governor crushing the farm dude?
No.
What's the old that wasn't when he chopped him with the sword?
Yeah, that wasn't it. To me, that one
hit me.
For real. I mean, don't get me wrong. It didn't hit
at the prison. It was at the prison, right?
Right. That hit. But it was.
Did you see his daughter's reaction? Yeah. That's Glenn's girl, right? Yeah, Glenn's girl.
Because even when Beth takes a hit, I thought but nothing hit harder than that one with the little girl and it being her daughter. I don't think nothing hit me harder than that. There's been stuff that been close, but never topped that.
Everybody Hates Chris. That one hit me.
Everybody hates it. Oh, that's right. He was in The Walking Dead. You're right.
He was at the door and Glenn was standing there like, and
and that's right. The zombies got to him, and I forgot about that. Damn, he was in The Walking
everybody hates
Him
Chris.
and Beth were kind of having like a thing going on.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And then Beth, it was her and the police officer girl, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Daryl had to walk her out. The thing that one was tough. Like, but I tell you, everybody, like, I did not expect Glendon to be perfectly honest. I thought Abraham was going to be the one. I just knew it was going to be Abraham. Yeah. But I wouldn't say Glenn hit me hard. It was shocking. It was shocking. That it was
I agree.
Glenn.
I was like,
yeah, it was shocking. It never hit me hard, but it was.
And
shocking.
he got to say his last words to his girl. I was like, oh my God.
And that whole scene with the I mean, Jesus, bro. That was kind of deep. But the girl, I still think nothing hits harder than that. Nothing hit harder than that.
Oh my gosh.
That one hit hard, bro. Like, not only because she was a child, it's because we've been spending the whole season looking for her. The whole season we've been looking for her. And then
in the farm.
Then to find out that she been in the barn the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one
Walking
hurt.
Dead, man.
That one hurt.
Random question, but still about Walking Dead. What was you remember at the very this like first 5 episodes in, they went to that lab with the doctor, and the doctor whispered something to Rick's ear. Yeah, and he whispered something to Rick. What did he whisper to him again?
I think he told him. I think that's when
you die, you still become a zombie.
Exactly.
You don't have to get bit. Okay, that's right. That's
because that was the big thing, that the virus was always in you. So even if you die, you can still become a zombie.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was.
That was like the big thing that season. No matter if you get bit or no matter if you die, you still become a zombie. Because remember, Sasha used it to her thing because she took the pills and OD.
Yeah. Look how impactful a small little spoiler, especially at that time. Look how that worked.
Yep.
It don't matter if you bit or not. If you die, you become a zombie.
You die.
It's like. Yep. Hey, that was The Walking Dead.
And I'm not even gonna lie to you. Just to notice that when you think about that, that's kind of deep too. Like this whole time we've been fighting zombies, but you trying to tell me that I can become one? No, like seriously? Like what the hell is going on?
Yeah, that on the low probably pretty much kicked off how it's not just about zombies, but it's more about the humans that's going on. Because now it's like we were so worried about getting bit, you would think everybody would be on the same page, but now we got to worry about getting betrayed and shot in the face and still become a zombie.
By your own mans. That's what I'm saying. Like your man's next door. Like, and don't get me wrong, Rick's boy, my man the Punisher, who was in the joint, he's still wrong. He broke the code. Your man was out there just smashing Rick's wife and whoa, bro, we supposed to be boys.
Oh, shade.
And I couldn't do it. Even if I was Rick and tried to come back, I don't think I could do it. Like, you been smashing my man's. He broke the code. Where's the loyalty here?
I couldn't do it.
Like in Pirates of the Caribbean, the code. Tell the dog to bring the code. You broke the code.
Yep. I can't do it. I agree. I can't do it. Yeah.
I can't. Even if Rick was dead, even if he really thought Rick was dead and Rick was dead, I couldn't do that to my man. I can't do it, man. I can't. When I look at her, I'm thinking him, which would make me not want to do it. That's it. I can't. And even if you weren't dead, the code. You gotta stick to the code. You gotta stick to the code. As they said in Pirates of the Caribbean, that's all we got is the code. That's all we got. You gotta stick to the code. Man. It's funny, not to off topic, but it's funny. I was talking to Chanel yesterday. She was watching. She just finished watching Invincible. Shout out to Chanel creating. She just finished Invincible, and she brought up the main character's best friend. And when she told me about him, I immediately remember the best friend dude, the best friend to the main character, the gay guy. Yeah, the gay guy. Yeah. And when she brought him up, I immediately said snitch, right? Right. And remember, he snitched accidentally when he said to the superhero girl, when he was like, "Yo, I'm worried about him," and he totally forgot that the superhero was the guy. So when she said it to him, he was saying it from a human standpoint, but she was like, "Oh, he's the superhero." Right, remember? Right, and he was like, "Oh, snap! I shouldn't have said." Right. And I said, snitch. And I said, if I tell you
I'm a superhero, and I tell you not to tell nobody else.
That's
Don't
it.
you fucking say a word.
You go to your grave. You go to your grave with that information.
Yes, I said, I don't care if you I don't care if I tell you, but you're not my best friend.
Right.
Don't even tell my best friend.
Right.
I'm a superhero. Just assume that I already told him.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But if I say don't say a word,
don't
say a word. And I didn't get to tell her why I say that. I say that because it's the classic Peter Parker effect. If anybody knows who I am, all they gotta do is come after y'all.
And then I'm going to watch my car. Exactly.
I was like, no,
God,
don't tell the soul.
Invincible was so good too, bro. Invincible was so good.
Don't tell the soul. Don't tell yourself.
Don't even say.
Okay?
Don't even look in the mirror. Tell yourself. Don't even. Don't.
Yeah. Jay is Superman.
Bro.
Like because I'm a good secret keeper. If you tell me to keep a secret, I can look the person dead in his eyes and be like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what's going on.
I would not say a word.
Take it to my grave. Only me and Jesus. Only me and Jesus know. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, man.
Don't tell nobody. Please.
Invincible was good too, though, man.
Invincible was lit, man. The only thing that caught the one twist that caught me, to me, the biggest twist of the whole show was the dude who made himself look like a human so he could get with the homegirl, to get with the girl. That's the only thing. The robot. Remember the whole time the robot was looking like he was doing something so evil and disingenuous.
Right.
But all he was doing was creating a body for himself so he could get with the girl. Yep. I was like,
that was actually pretty real though. And like, and this whole time you thinking, damn, he must really love her ass, cause like, dang.
Yeah. He worked with the little evil clone bad guy dudes.
Dudes, son. Oh man, they had everything.
I'm the real one.
Man, when even when my man had to suffer when he like unplugged himself, it was like, man, it was like you're gonna suffer. He was like, you know what? Now since my conscious transfer, I'm good. I was like, oh shoot, that's kind of. Think about what kind of person you got, like to just know that you're going to transfer your consciousness to someone, but you're going to kill yourself so that other person can have that.
That's yeah.
I'm trying to, shows now are taking you on. They're taking you on a mind ride, baby.
Yeah.
They're taking you on a mind ride.
I'm the original. No, I'm the original.
I'm the original. Then when he shines, I guess we know who the original is now. That shit was funny, bro.
But I'm happy. Omni-Man didn't kill the dude that make the costumes. That's the dude that make the costumes for him, right?
Yeah.
I'm happy Omni-Man didn't kill him. I thought Omni-Man was gonna body him. When they were drinking together and he looked at him like, so what you know?
Man,
I was like, no!
I thought he was gonna body his wife for a minute. I was like, oh, he about to body her. I was like, oh God, son, your man, wow. He had no respect for nobody. Even like the detective dude, the dude had been working with your man. I mean, I can't believe your last words going to say, dude, it's been an honor. You know what I'm saying? Out of anybody you could have said, you was like, that could have been an honor. But you know, that's each their own. But I was just like, damn.
And I need for the main secret secretary, white hair, the old dude, that dude. I need for him to go to hell and go get the detective back, please, because he had it right the whole time.
The whole time. And you banished that man to hell. You right the whole time. And you wasn't. And the thing about it is, you kind of already had an idea, and you still kind of banished him.
Yeah.
So it kind of like. Hold on here, Sway. You kind of had an idea about it already, but you still banished this man.
You go get him. Don't get my man. But I liked him, man.
He was dope. He was dope.
Yeah, man. Dang.
I mean, man, Omni-Man was so wrong, but I liked how. I mean, but he's literally what Superman did. He literally is Superman. If Superman just decided to go balls to the wall and just kill everybody.
But you know what's crazy, and it just hit me as you bring it up because I thought where you were going with his with the whole narrative of what he was trying to do to his son. Would you think that would be hard? I mean, I know Earth is all you know, but you're above all of them. Like you're Superman, powered dude. You can be a god tomorrow. That is something hard to turn down. That's hard.
But what literally would you be a god over? Just humans?
Just humans, yeah. I agree with you ultimately, but
like I just and I always try to put myself even in Superman's shoes. Like now,
I agree.
Even with your Kryptonians come back. Let's say I was a Kryptonian, okay?
Superman and Lois.
Superman and Lois. Let's say I'm a Kryptonian. Okay, for years I thought Kryptonian has been dead. Like I was the only one. Okay. Yep. You find out that you're not the only one. Whether it's Zod, whether it's somebody else that come back, and they try to throw that in your face, talking about your heritage. But truly, do you know your heritage? Because when you came here, you was a baby.
You was a baby.
It's all you know.
Earth is all you know.
Now, Omni-Man is something different. He was born where he was and then came here. So I definitely feel like he kind of got to struggle a little bit more than Superman has to. See, Superman is only known being a human or like being around humans. Omni-Man was with his people. So the thing about it is for Omni-Man, I kind of get his spot too.
Yeah, he didn't understand.
Right.
You want to help these people, these roaches. I can flick them. Right. Yeah, look how sensitive. Look how weak they are. And he ran his body through human beings.
Like, it's when you think about it, it's kind of the same dilemma that Vegeta has to go through. Like, he was still a kid, but he was walking and then he knew what the Saiyans were. Then you find Bulma, but Bulma kind of changes your life. Then you get Trunks. Then you get his little daughter. I forget Belle, whatever her name is. Yeah. But that changes you, Bulla. So that changes you. But let's say
off topic, but stay on topic. But did you hear about your boy's upgrade?
Who, Vegeta's?
Keep going with your narrative about Superman powers. I'll tell you later.
Okay. So it's the same thing that Vegeta has struggled with because and I know we kind of moving away, but that's kind of the problem I had with Broly. Because in the Tournament of Power, he teaches the other Saiyan how to go Super Saiyan because he doesn't want...
Oh, you talking about Kaba?
Yeah, he teaches Kaba how to go Super Saiyan. Because he's like, I don't want you to go through the same thing I did, but he didn't do the same thing with Broly. Like, he could have taught Broly, like, Broly, calm down. Let your father's been manipulating you. Let us show you there's a different... this is us. This is the Saiyan race, Yeah. So, but Omni-Man, it's really kind of hard to put myself in Omni-Man's shoes because he got both worlds. Like, that's why he didn't off his wife knowing he really wanted to. But to be honest, he loved her. He really did love her.
You could tell when he started picking up on what he did. They do the little cutaway look. She walk out the house, they do the cutaway. He got to look like, I think I'm gonna have to put a fist through this shit.
Yeah, really. And to be honest, I really think it's the reason he didn't kill Invincible. Because the thing about it is, at the end of the day, you're still my son. Yeah. You're still my son.
Like, he tried, boy. I mean, that's a tough car. If he was a car salesman, boy, he might have got that sale because he was.
He put his face. I mean, he was dogging Invincible. I mean, and then think about Invincible. This is your man. You got to take on your dad after you tell your dad stop. Like and. It's just something to fight your father. This is a man that birthed you, but he's literally trying to take over the human race, but your mom's human. So you're like, whoa. And I don't know too many sons that's not going to stand up for their mother. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, boy.
Exactly. I don't know too many. So that's why Invincible
you ain't winning that fight.
He really had to dog him. And he's
you ain't winning that fight.
Well, when you think about the experience, Invincible was really just a toy. Invincible had his father was trying to teach him, but he just wasn't getting it because he thought it was joke time. But when you think about it, that's why Damian Wayne is a great fighter. That's why he could take on his father because Batman has really taught him jokes are over. This is do or die. If Superman, if I come at you, you need to really be prepared to kill us. Because if you don't kill me, I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to kill you. That's how it go, man.
That's the difference in the training. So if you think about that for a second, if Invincible was literally trained by Batman, he would have been able to take him. Because there have been times when the Teen Titans had to take on the Justice League.
Yep.
And Damian has come damn close, to kicking his father's ass, and he has. He has. Because he is trained to do that. He is trained to take on Batman. He is trained to take on Superman.
For sure.
The contingency plan, he knows what to
contingency,
do.
He knows what to do. In case anything happens.
Invincible,
this is what you need to know.
He thought this was a joke. Oh, my dad will never be. But then if his training was on, if he kept on with his training, because even Like they told him that you need to take this training serious. Like the government dude told him, like, there's gonna be a time when it's gonna be us or them.
Yep.
You know? So, but it's just so hard for me with Omni Man, because at first I hated him, but then when you put yourself in his shoes, it's like, man, these are his people. This is what he knew.
That's all he knew.
That's all he knew.
Yeah, that's all he knew. That's all he knew.
It's actually pretty tough. I couldn't.
Yep. Both sides.
Both sides are pretty tough.
Yeah.
But like I said,
I understood both sides.
I definitely get Invincible because no person is gonna let their mother get hurt. No person. No son. I know.
Yeah, no.
You're not gonna let your mother get hurt. You're gonna go balls to the wall. Even if death is in the cards. So be it.
It don't. Yeah.
As the hamster said in Bolt on Disney, it's a good day to die. Because it's a good day to die. Because I guess I'm gonna be dying today. You know what I'm saying? So
it don't even cross your mind.
Yeah,
it doesn't cross your mind.
It doesn't cross your mind.
When you feel like you're in a moment where you had to defend your mom or her honor in any way, shape, or form. You're not thinking about death.
You're not thinking about death. At this point, death
That's
is
my
irrelevant.
mama, That's my mama, You about to, hey, cuz.
Death is irrelevant at this point.
Yeah, who you speaking about?
Right, you got the wrong one. But you know what I'm saying? And like, and Vince, he did that. He was like, this is your wife. This is my mother. Slim, you got the wrong one. If you think I'm going to take you over mama, you got the wrong one, Slim. So, you got the wrong one. And Invincible did his job. He did what he was supposed to do. He defended his mother. That's what he was supposed to do. His father was just stronger. His father was just an experienced fighter. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm I
don't think there's no difference in power level between them. I just think that his father was more experienced.
And that's what I was about to say. I'm assuming at least next season, that will be his Invincible. We'll see a bunch of moments, life things he will go. Omni-Man's gone.
Yep.
So now Invincible is really closest to Omni-Man's level left on Earth. The problems ain't gonna stop.
Nope. It's not gonna
This
go
will
away.
be his experience. So when Dad and the race finally come back.
Yep. But this
gonna be OG triple OG.
This is literally what Batman has to prep for. I mean, I know they're in different universes, but this is it. Because now, this next season of Invincible, we should see a more mature Invincible at this level.
We're gonna see growth.
We're gonna see a growth in his character. Because now, he's literally failed. Like, he's literally failed more than once. Not with just his father, but remember when the other race kept coming to Earth and killing him, he failed then too.
Yep.
So this is right now. We should see him. He should be training every day. Training. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should be training every
gonna
day.
grow.
He should be growing.
It's gonna be moments that's gonna prepare him.
Right, and not just his power level, but his intellect should be getting strong. He should learn how to strategy when he's fighting. Because if you notice in this season, it was like, woo, fly punch, do it over. There was no strategy. There was no strategy. And I definitely felt like the people who were in the little group, they had strategy. Yeah, he had none of that. He would just fly in, no strategy.
I'm just gonna fly. Yep. Ooh, I'm just here to help.
Right, I'm just here to help, and that's it. Yeah. So, then to be perfectly honest with you too, he failed more than once, twice, three. Because even when his friend, the boyfriend, gets kidnapped, friend, he failed then too. To be honest with you, like.
Oh, he got bodied in that when he was trying to help Homeboy get the he tried to but Homeboy ended up taking over the mafia group. I can't think of his name. Their names.
The little tiger, even the tiger dude dominated him. But don't get me wrong, he was stronger.
He crushed the whole team, right? He crushed Invincible and the whole team. But then, took out the whole team. I
feel like the team had strategy when he had nothing. He was just going in there swinging, thinking shit was gonna be sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to use these fists. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I think that we like about Superman. That Superman actually has strategy. He just don't go in and punch. You know, there's different things he can do. You know, he uses his power to his full extent. It's just not punch and think everything's gonna be okay. You know, that's what I think. That's what makes a hero a hero. It's not just you punching your way out of stuff. It's manipulating the other person. Like, if we're talking about Constantine, this man has literally tricked the devil himself. He has tricked the devil. Like that. It's about manipulating your opponent too. It's not just about how. If we go back to Justice League Apocalypse, manipulation. When they put Darkseid against Trigon, you know what I'm saying? That's manipulation. Because now when we was getting bodied, no, I'm gonna let him. You want a real champion? I'm gonna give you Trigon. I gotta literally keep this man in a diamond on my head to watch him, but I'm gonna let him out for you. I'm gonna let him work for you. But
Yep.
That's what being a hero is about. It's not just about how strong you are. It's your compassion, your intellect. It's more than that. What makes you a hero? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
not all heroes wear capes. You know, it ain't about all
Yep.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's a lot. It's a lot that goes
Yep.
into that undertaking when you do that. You know that
Your boy
it's a lot.
Vegeta. I keep going back to this because it's like
I wanna know.
I'm trying not to because your point is matched up with Vegeta. You remember the Golden Frieza movie, right? Mm-hmm. What did Vegeta say to Golden Frieza? You got that new form and just showed up.
Yep, he did, because he was like, that's not. But even he does the same thing for Trunks. When Trunks get his new power level, he just say, "Oh, you powered up. Did you even see how that form can hold you?" You know.
Yep.
But he did the same thing with Frieza. You're right. In Resurrection F, he was like, "Oh, you think
You just got that new
you?
power and showed up.
You think that can hold you? We've been training for this.
Do you know how long your power goes?
Yep.
Do you know how far it
You know,
goes?
and
Have you experienced how to move and groove with it?
And he even tells him that. Vegeta tells him, how long can you stay in that using your full power? He tells him that, and then, you know what I'm saying? Then, of course, typical Vegeta, he got to take the L. Here come Goku to save the planet, you know what I'm saying? But I'm tired of putting my man Vegeta on the back burner. I'm tired of him doing that shit.
Well, if you read the mangas like I keep telling you to, you wouldn't be feeling that way at this very current moment in time.
You're trying to tell me that Vegeta gets some spotlight?
More sunlight. They even call it spotlight. Sunlight, like beaming 90-degree weather on the desert. Sunlight, like make it hot. Like it's like fuego hot.
Vegeta, my boy.
Yeah. You want me to tell you since you don't read the manga? You want me to tell you? Might as well tell you, right?
Tell me. I don't want everybody. I'm about to log off because I don't want them to know. I want to spoil it for them, but I want to know.
Oh, you think these? Oh, okay. If y'all read mangas, if y'all keeping up with manga, okay, fine, okay.
We basically talk about everything we need to talk about today. We just want to let y'all know. Watch He-Man. That's all you need to know. Watch Master Universe. Just do it.
That's it.
Don't
Please.
just do it. Just do it.
Nothing else.
Don't watch nothing else.
You can come back to manifest later. Watch Master of the Universe.
All right. Y'all stay frosty. If you can't be good at it.